Good evening. This is Brian Shannon speaking from Alpha Trends Blogspot. It's Monday, October 9th, 2006, and let's go ahead and take a look at some stocks. So hopefully we can continue making some money here on the long side. I've also got a couple shorts, and at the end of this video, I'll also have some higher risk stocks that have been working out pretty good lately. They're more thinly traded type issues, but we'll get to those towards the end. For now, let's take a look at Sonus Networks, SONS. We looked at this one yesterday, and it did not provide us with a entry because it didn't show the strength that we were looking for. But basically, just to recap kind of what I'm looking at here, we've got a stock that's been making higher lows and keeps banging away at resistance up at that $5 level. It finally pushed through there on a nice increase in volume, and it's pulled back to that level, so that prior level of resistance is acting as support now. And we've seen a diminished volume on the pullback, followed by another little pop in volume as it got some strength right there. And just a very low volume little consolidation in here the last 2 days. So right now, when we look at the 10-minute time frame, I've already got the line drawn in there, but 524 is this high right here from a couple days ago. So getting above 524, I'd like to buy this stock. I'm going to buy it at 525. Maybe you put a stop limit, buy stop 525, limit 528, 530, something like that. Once I'm in the stock, what I'd like to do is go ahead and set my stop at $5.13, just below the 5-day moving average. And I'm still looking for an upside target of about $6 a share in SONS, and I think that can happen pretty short term. So we'll see what happens. SONS is the symbol again. Next up, Broadwing, symbol BWNG. And Broadwing Corp, I have no idea what these guys do, but nice little pattern here. We've got the 10 above the 20, above the 50, 50s above the 200, etc. And a nice little consolidation here recently. If we look at the weekly time frame, you can see that the stock came down, rallying back up, and now it's in bull mode again. So looking at a 10-minute time frame, let's see how to play this stock. What I'd like to do, what I'm thinking of doing, is buying this stock above $12.30. And this is just the way I'm going to play it. If I play it, I might choose not to, or I might change my mind the way I buy it tomorrow morning. The key is to make these ideas your own and accept the responsibility that goes along with making the ideas your own. But I'm probably looking to buy it above $12.30. I then put my stop at about 12 and a dime, so risking about 20 cents. And I think that Broadwing can make it up towards about $13 a share here in the short term. So basically, risk of about 20 cents and upside opportunity, I'm thinking about 70 cents. So you risk a dime, every penny you risk, theoretically, there's 3.5 cents of upside in the stock. OPSW, and this is Opsware Incorporated. And you can see here, nice volume pattern. Big volume on these two green bullish days, followed by nice low volume consolidation here. 10s above the 20, 20s above the 50. And on the weekly time frame, you can see that it's nearing this level here where there's been resistance. All-time highs really right up about $10 a share. And that's what we're going to make our target for now, is $10 a share. But keep in mind, once the stock hits all-time highs, who knows what the upside is. It could go significantly higher. The way I'm most likely going to play this stock is to buy it above this level right here. That would be above $9.03, and my stop would then go at $8.90. So I'm risking about 13 cents on this trade, looking for a move up to $10 a share. That's 97 cents away. Would you risk 13 cents to make 97 cents? Well, if the stock looks set up as good as this does tomorrow and the market looks favorable as well, that's probably what I'm going to do. Let's take a look at a couple short side opportunities. INFA, this is Informatica, and here we can see in the daily time frame that we've got the 10 below the 20, the 20 just crossing below the 50. That 50-day moving average has been acting as a little bit of resistance in here. After this, failed breakout, from failed moves come fast moves, and it certainly happened there. We've had a low volume rally up in here, and now it looks like the sellers are coming back into the stock. Bigger picture, it looks pretty weak in here. You can see that diminishing volume here over the last couple of weeks. And of course today, this week doesn't count because this is today, but we have these two In other words, that's just Monday's trading. But the prior 2 weeks, we had lower volume on those green candled rally weeks. So here on INFA, the way I want to play this stock is it started rallying a little bit here towards the end of the day. So I think getting below $12.35, that's where I'm most likely going to look to sell this stock short. I then put my stop up at about $12.57. And I think the stock can drop down short term to about 12.5. So that will give us a risk of about 22 cents for the opportunity, hopefully to make about 80 cents. Next on the short side, a company called Encore Wire, symbol WIRE. Let me retype that in. And WIRE, looking at a weekly time frame, kind of a little similar to Archer Daniels from yesterday's pick, in that it's hanging around this 200-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average is advancing. So it may recover, but if it doesn't, then I think it can get smacked pretty good. So let's take a look at how to play this. Looking at this daily time frame, you can see that the stock had trouble. The sellers were getting more aggressive on the downside. As is typical, the big volume comes at that turning point, and subsequent to that, we've seen a low volume rally. So relative to the event, which was the breakdown, the rally volume has been much lighter. The 10 is below the 20, which is below the 50. They're all heading lower on the 10-minute time frame. Here's what I think we should, what I'd like to see happen. Where's my chart? I'll put it on pause for a second. Hold on. Okay, here's the 10-minute chart, and what I'd like to see happen in here would be a little bit of a rally. It closed at about 34 today, it looks like. I'd like to see it rally up to 34.35, and then as it comes down, if it comes back down, if it rallies first, $34.35 I'd like to see it rally up to, then sell it short below $34.10. My stop would then go 30 cents away at 34.40. And I think the stock can head down towards about 32 bucks a share here, retest these recent lows right in here, and that symbol again is WIRE. Now for the little stocks that I said I would mention, we've got and this group is risky, but they've been hot. You had that GNBT hit real nice yesterday. Today, I got involved in this SIGA. I do own some. Looking at the weekly time frame. In the monthly time frame, you can see that it's broken past what looks like a pretty important level, and I think this stock can still get going good. I mentioned that yesterday. I bought a little bit today. I think getting above $2 a share. If it can get above $2 a share, I'm probably going to add to my position because I think the momentum will really pick up in SIGA. Another little, I think, is a biotech company here is this CRIS. And this is called Curis Incorporated, and biotechs, they've been hot. So let's stick with that group and see what happens here with CRIS. It's had troubles, obviously. It broke this downtrend line. Now maybe we could draw another trend line here and say, potentially that's our target up at the trend line, which would be a massive, rally straight up to that level. I'm not looking to get that aggressive, but that's about $2.30. And it's this prior level of support as well that could potentially get up to. You never know with these things. Here though, looking at daily time frame, we've got that 200-day moving average declining, comes in at about $1.95. I think that's a much more reasonable target if this thing gets going. If it does, I think it needs to first clear $1.60, and be careful with this one. Don't go crazy on the size. It's only trades 292,000 shares a day, but when it gets going to the upside, the volume gets big. So just keep that in mind. Next up, UCTT. I do own this stock, but looking at a daily time frame, you can see that the stock has broken past an important level of resistance a few weeks ago. That resistance now looks like it's acting as support. It has seen diminishing volume on the pullback, and these are all-time highs in UCTT. The problem with this stock is that it's very thinly traded. Average daily volume over the last 20 days is 327,000 shares. Really, for it to get going, it's probably got to clear this level right here, about 1055 or so.